What are you going side beer there with?
I'm going with, there's one in there.
Ooh,
Watermelon hop water
hop
from
seltzer.
Ghost.
There you go.
Yeah, from Ghostfish. Yeah, don't drink any hops, but have some hop water.
Right.
Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian... I pride myself on not getting to know other people, so do not put that on me.
Alec. So the bananas up until like the 60s were an entirely different species of banana.
And Chad. It hit me like a wrecking ball.
Review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us. Missing from Florida State. QB1, injured. QB2, transfer. QB4, transfer. RB1, draft. RB3, and another backup RB. Wide receiver 1, draft. Wide receiver 2, draft. Tight end 1, draft. Tight end 2, transfer. 4 offensive linemen. Defensive end, draft. Defensive tackle, draft. 3 more defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs.
And how much of that do you think is them going, hey man,
They were playing
if I'm playing for the championship, I'm going to show up.
the draft
But
guys.
I got snubbed for 2
Yeah.
one-loss teams.
The draft guys,
And we
are
went
all. If they're playing
It's a
in the
business
CFP,
decision.
they're in.
Yeah, but we went undefeated.
Yeah,
Won our conference,
Power 5.
a Power 5 conference, and we don't make it in.
Yeah.
And I get injured for this game that I'm not getting paid anything to
Oh
play.
man, we didn't even talk about it.
I think you,
Team 3 getting benched and cut.
Yeah, he's going somewhere.
Yeah, so I don't like the guy, especially now. Ooh, buddy, he's a steal. Because he had a turd of a season last year.
No, not here.
No.
do not bring him back, but yes.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
I don't want
No,
to.
there's too many people on Seattle Seahawks Twitter going, "Oh yeah, bring him back." No, the bridge is burnt.
Yes.
Yes. So he had a turd of a season last year.
Yes.
He didn't have a couple great seasons before that, right?
Correct.
On his way out.
You pick him up for $1 million.
You pick him up for $1.2 million.
I still wouldn't.
You can have.
If you're a bubble team with a backup quarterback,
for
you're
another
seriously
team. Do
considering.
you know why I don't want him in Seattle?
Oh, I don't want him in Seattle. I don't.
Locker room.
Oh, no. Absolutely.
no.
And I'm interested to see what comes out of Denver once he's actually out of the door.
Yeah.
He's a locker room cancer. Well, you saw him get sacked 2 weeks ago.
And
now
the O-line.
And the O-line just walked by him and looked at him sitting on the ground. But man, $1.2 million. He's still a good enough of a game manager, put in the right system.
Yeah. And Peyton's purposely calling an offense to make him look
bad. Yeah. But Denver's paying a salary for 2 years. You can get veteran minimum. He's gonna have a landing
If you're a
spot.
bubble team that only wants to pass to the outside,
Well, and
15 yards down the field.
or if you are legitimately a quarterback away from making a playoff run
yeah.
how many teams are playing 3rd or 4th string quarterbacks
this
year?
season, yeah.
Like
But Denver has to wait till March
Joe
1.
Flacco.
Joe Flacco is
Quarterback of the future.
out winning games.
It's amazing what happens when you don't care. He just showed
what are you gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna go back and sit on my couch.
Yeah. All right. Instead of a football podcast, we do have beers to review today. Brian,
we have beer to review.
Yeah. If you can.
We're back on the IPA bandwagon.
Back on my
We
IPA.
are on a hazy IPA at 5.8%. Brian, can you tell me what the Rainbow Road shortcut references?
Oh, it's from Mario Kart.
Holy shit. Brian actually has a cultural reference that he knows and is engaged with.
I've played that one. I mean, come on, man. That stuff came out when we were in college.
N64 days.
Was it N64 before that? I think
no,
what's
was
the
it
one
on
that-
No. It was SN. That came out when we were in elementary school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, show some. I probably didn't get to play it till college.
I don't think it really picked up a lot of steam.
Bro, I played a ton of it.
In SNES, but once it hit the Wii, then it got a way broader appeal. Then you had the little steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
That you could put the Wii nunchuck in.
So,
that was what it's like.
You aren't going to beat Princess or Yoshi without the Rainbow Road shortcut, which, as it turns out, is both a killer cheat on Mario Kart and 64, and also a super juicy. Yeah, you were there. Super juicy, hazy pale ale, and with a recipe including lightning strikes, Koopa shells, Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado hops.
So not an IPA.
It is a hazy pale ale.
Ignore what I just opened the episode with.
So when I look for the I look for the code on this, scan the UPC. Little Cushy is the first one that shows up.
Okay.
Grow House, Powder Clouds, Happy Hopivore,
Okay.
and then I finally get to.
Oh, so they're having fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Scurvy Fighter.
Nice.
Pale ale.
Nice, like it.
A little citrus, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
this is
my guess.
Barebottle Brewing out of San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, we didn't cover that.
Like proper? Like straight up from the city?
Barebottle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they
All
have
right.
multiple
I
locations.
think they got 3 locations. They're
They're at the Salesforce complex, whatever that is. I saw that. I was like, whoa. Wow.
The
Yeah.
what?
Bernal Heights, Salesforce Park,
Big,
Santa Clara,
yeah.
Menlo Park. And then I don't know if it'll pick up, depends on what our editor does, but every single can and beer has the recipe
Oh, yeah.
on it. So they have homebrew recipes for every single beer that they
So I could deconstruct this beer technically and
reconstruct.
try to
I mean, it
because if you look on the hop schedules,
yeah,
it's like
it's
this is Whirlpool, this is Whirlpool, this is when you
terminal,
hit,
terminal.
yeah. Wait, when
At
you're
this
done,
gravity.
yeah. So
Yeah, we never got to that
No,
level.
no.
no, that's just dry hopping. Technically, when we dry hopped, we were supposed to measure the gravity and go,
That's
okay,
probably
we're now
true.
at this gravity, we're X percentage away through the fermentation.
Yeah.
Now we throw in the hop additions at this point when your gravity
Man.
hits that.
Yeah, I preferred wakeboarding while the beer was
Yeah.
going in the background.
Oh, I know. It's probably what killed our brewing.
But it's a
career.
really cool thing to see.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
There's no secrets. It's just, this is what we did. Try to replicate it if you want to.
You have all of the stuff in your garage if you wanted to get back after it.
I would have to be able to get to the stuff in the garage.
I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
The thing that I've
Your
thought about,
excuses are
what I've looked at doing is buying a more of a all-in-one, so that way I'm not having to clean 42 different things,
okay.
but to do more of like the all-in-one container, so that way
Do a brewing bag.
kind of, but just to get to brewing to make it a little bit more streamlined. Because at this point, I've decided me opening it and being the brewer, never gonna happen. Maybe opening one and hiring somebody, slightly closer. More likely, tap room.
Okay.
I mean, going off of our
Yeah.
discussions from the last podcast,
Probably not a good decision.
which one is probably the better
Yeah.
financial decision?
Neither.
Well, if you don't have
Well, a
the
tap room over that.
yeah,
I
if
mean,
you don't, but if you don't have the overhead of a brewery and you're just bringing in craft beer to
that's my
put on
point.
tap, yeah.
You need a
Both
space.
of them have terrible.
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm
Profitability.
not like. I'm not
That's-
doing it necessarily for the like.
that's why you use it as a front for money laundering.
There you go. Yeah.
Not now that you told
Cash
everybody.
You
business.
just need to get in bed with the mob.
Put a laundromat downstairs. Boom.
There
you're
you
done.
go. This smells awesome.
Yeah, the smell is very bright and fun.
I'm getting tons of pineapple, fresh tropical flavors on the nose.
Well, and the can has strawberries, oranges, pineapple, kiwi, blueberries, and whatever that purple thing is.
Dragon fruit?
You look at it. Tell me what that purple fruit is. It's not grapes.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. But tons of fruit, flavors.
This is a great
Huh.
Okay,
this is a-
right?
yeah, this is a great sip. There's just lots of bright
you have no idea.
flavors in this, and it finishes quick, clean. I'm glad this is not a hazy IPA.
No, this is
This is just a hazy pale.
Did they call it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Hazy Pale Ale?
Yeah.
and it is a hazy pale, not a hazy IPA, because it's got the
hops
nose to it.
The hops are in
Yeah.
moderation. I get a little bit of bite at the end, but it doesn't overwhelm those juicy flavors, which on some of the finger quotes juicy New England IPAs we've been having, does that the hops always has to overtake all the other flavors. Just being able to have that little bit of hops, a little bit of that bitterness, but plenty of sweet to get all these juicy flavors is a nice change of pace.
No, this is
I would be interested.
Also, as the guy who brings in all the beers, the only person to blame about having all the IPAs is me.
You.
But
well, and the fact that like that
but
is
it's
the
that's what
it
it's
thing.
that's what's available.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
mean,
available.
And until recent events, like that was what I would have want. I mean, I'll try everything. I actually went to a new brewery in Bellingham, and
Which
they Larrabee.
I heard about them.
Lager
I
company?
think I either intended to or did post an article about them.
Oh, I don't know.
I read an article about
Yeah,
them.
newish, but Larrabee Lager, and so they predominantly are doing that. So obviously, for where I'm at right now, awesome. I went in and got a some kind of dark lager, winter brow,
Nice.
and then a Maibach. Like now you're hitting my like weird nerdy spot of like, ooh, a dark boozy lager. Like yes, like so 7.2%,
Ooh,
real
okay.
kind of
Yeah,
rich,
yeah.
caramely, like perfect. They had a deal on their 4-packs, and I was like, can you do a mixed one? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I just like let him pick, and I was really wanting to have them throw their IPA in there, but he went like Pilsner, Helles Lager, Dunkel, and I was like, okay, give me the IPA, Hefeweizen,
But what did you order while you were there?
those two. The
So he's
winter brown, yeah.
he's probably catering your 4-pack based
Could
on
be.
what you had ordered.
So, but it's still a great beer. I still got one more to go, but real solid. So.
Where are they at?
They're in like kind of they're off of Meridian,
Okay.
like near, like we left Bellis Fair, and it's like a 2 or 3 minute drive north, like out the backside and looped around the corner to them,
So they're deep.
like from Target.
I know where all of that is. Yes,
Okay.
but that
What
so
do you
they're
mean by deep?
they're not
They're not
Bellingham.
downtown.
They're not
No,
Bellingham.
no. They're on the guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just outside of Bellingham, for those following at home.
it's still Bellingham.
still very much Bellingham. No, where I came from is outside of Bellingham.
Yeah.
Nice.
But really cool space, and they got pizzas I got to try next time. So
Nice.
yeah, gluten-free crust also if you got someone who needs. But yeah, so I forgot where I was going with that story. But
We took a detour,
from the pale ale. That's what I was saying.
but now we're gonna we took the shortcut on the Rainbow
Oh,
Road.
yeah.
There you go.
Went off into the
Went off.
wilderness. The little cloud dude is picking us back up and putting us back on the track.
Which reminds me of playing racing
Light
video
too?
games with my son.
Yes, I used
Wait,
to.
you know
remember
his
that
name?
Yeah.
I
He's
used
got
to
a name.
remember his name. I had to shove it out of the way for something else, some other useless information.
Oh, you have been trying to shove useless information into my brain on the Discord for the last 2 weeks.
You and me both, buddy.
Year and a half I've been filling my brain with useless information.
I got this Duolingo streak going. I'm shoving.
You
all
did.
sorts
You
of
hit
stuff in
200
it.
days recently. I
know.
saw that. Well done.
Thank
well
you.
done.
I had to switch to other languages because the German, I was hitting the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just like, I can't slog through 5 lessons of this today. Let's go back to the basics.
Oh.
So now I'm doing Spanish,
Gotcha. All right.
Japanese again.
This is kind of perfect of that IPA adjacent flavoring
Yes.
profile. This is the way to oh, I don't like IPAs.
Yeah.
Have this one.
A little bit of a gateway, yeah.
Yeah, just getting that juiciness, getting that flavor profile. I like the alcohol content, 5.8. Seems pretty solid. I honestly would be more worried about now that I'm getting into like the nerdiness of trying to not wake up with a hangover, I wonder about like the haziness of having multiples.
Yeah.
But I think 2 of these and then switch into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Pilsner or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that
yeah.
would be. But like
God, this is just a solid
beer. Yeah,
this
it's
is
a really
solid beer.
And the can is like simple and fun at the same time. Like
Well, adding the brewer's recipe on the back is pretty cool.
yeah.
And then, but outside of that, yeah, the front of it.
And a lot of that is to avoid copyright issues.
Well, yeah.
Well, and I like that it just is bare.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's bare bottle. But yeah, a lot of their stuff. Or does it say bottle at the very bottom?
It does say bottle
Yeah.
at the very bottom. Yeah, it's kind of a cool logo. I don't know if that's what all of theirs look like, but that's pretty sweet. The
There
Rainbow
were
Road
some.
shortcut. And then, yeah, the way the fruit's in a rainbow.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out what the purple
Not a
thing
clue.
was? No idea what
Here,
it
let
is.
me take
Clue.
a gander.
Oh, that's
Some type of flower.
right. It kind of
Could
looks
be.
like that,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, I see some stamens.
yeah, they all are different variations of that. Like with the
Okay,
bare bottle and then the stuff, some kind of design around it.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Unicorn
This
rainbow?
is a different. This is called unicorn dust.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay. It's fun.
there seems to be a dust.
And I like how
series.
I like the easy grain bill too. It says 2-row and flake barley. That's it. Sometimes a lot of the grain bills we've seen, like that I've been able to find, they're like going 5 or 6. This is just going back to basics. Like kind of, not to toot my own horn, but kind of what I did. It was like I barely went over 3.
Yeah. Well,
because then you just doesn't have to be that hard. You just have to have sugar.
Yeah,
Especially with a pale ale that you're going to have a hop schedule like that.
I was gonna say-
extract a lot of those
And then
hoppy
they-
flavors
throw the simplicity out the window with 10 different hop additions.
for a pale ale,
yeah.
Yeah.
not even just an IPA. It's like
Oh, they quote the guy who came up with the original recipe on the can.
What do you mean?
They have the guy's name.
Oh yeah, like the brewer, like whoever
Or
created
whoever
it,
created
yeah.
the recipe. So I don't know if it's the brewer or just write in a recipe.
yeah, because it sounded like I think it was both the founders basically quit their corporate jobs and like, hey, we want to brew beer. We got good at home brewing. Sounds like they had some expertise in Silicon Valley, so they had some ins.
Right.
To obviously make it as a brewery in
some
San Francisco
financing, yeah.
proper.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Oh, there, the about our story. Isn't because Lester Koga is the name on there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's one of the co-founders.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of them, all from Cornell Business School in Ithaca, New York.
Okay.
Bunch of business nerds making really tasty beer.
Yeah,
Who
they all
goes to
they all
business school?
started homebrewing, became certified beer judges, and then were winning homebrew competitions. So all the things we didn't quite do.
God, that's so good.
It is really good. Like it's
I'm glad I took the photos of this can.
is this the one you had?
Well, no, I bought 2 of this one. So some of them, there's a couple that we're going to do later this month. Both us and the listener. I only bought ones because they were very expensive cans.
A little spendy.
So you got to do your photo shoot.
There's
ahead of time?
a lot. There has been a lot of special releases coming on tour.
it's holidays.
This time of year, yeah.
but not so much the holiday ones. Like there's like some barrel aged saisons. We've got a dark sour coming up. We got some
Dark sour.
yeah, there's some very interesting flavors coming up in our hop less. No, less hops.
Less hops, yeah.
hops 2024.
How many pickle beers? There we go.
I hate you all.
There we go. How many nerdy themed beers?
Sadly, not as many as
What?
I'd like. We're gonna have to.
We're
gonna have to
we're gonna
stretch.
brainstorm.
I'm gonna have to stretch
for
it.
42.
Yeah, I bought all the beer and then it was like, oh crap, 42. Oh
Mhm.
no. So, we came up with a little gimmick here. We're gonna have a little fun.
Are we going to talk about it ahead of time or no? Okay.
Let's end this episode and then we'll talk about it. And if I
Then you can
Yeah.
slice it back in.
You can
So let's
put it back
fridge
in.
this.
Yeah, let's fridge this because I blanked on what you guys were just talking about.
Oh my
I
gosh.
wasn't paying attention at some point.
I haven't fridged one in a while. I'm going to fridge this one. With the caveat, I live in San Francisco. proper.
Right. Easily accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be a frequent grab a 4-pack like when it's available.
I don't know if I'm going to crack one every week, but I can see
No.
myself maybe every other week. This is
Yeah.
one of those ones like it's good enough to savor, but it's also good enough. I want it available. If I want this juicy flavor without all the hops, so I don't feel like I'm dying in the morning.
The back of this can convinces me that I never want to get back into home brewing.
Oh, right?
Like I want nothing to do with.
I know. All
any
of the work
any
that's...
of this.
Yes, I know.
I can't do it.
Do you know what it would be, though? Honestly, and I hate this, too, is like I would just try and make that beer or something.
I don't want
Instead
to.
of trying to make my
want to
own.
follow the steps.
Yeah.
Like the
It's a lot
degree
of-
of difficulty here is well beyond me.
You could get it to 2 hop additions. You just call it a day. Do 2 hop additions.
Maybe I don't know. But the
Yeah. It's
mash
a lot. Yeah.
pH, the
Yeah.
mash temp. I just don't want to do any of it.
That's when you realize, like, there is a way, like, we made some decent beer,
Accidentally, basically.
but
is what I
that is because some of our favorites, did we ever make it again?
think. We tried.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, so they didn't come out.
Yeah.
This would be a bar room go to. So if I was in San Francisco and they got a bunch of locations. I've been to San Francisco. I probably should have found more breweries to go to, but we were just restarting the pod. But this would be like a starter while I think about what I want to drink.
This is the starter while you're thinking about your flight.
Yeah. Give me a pint of this, and then let me choose the flight of the things that I got going on.
Probably closer to Chad. I'd like to see, just going on this alone, not anything else of theirs. It's at least a multi times a year grabbing a 4-pack, throwing it through, assuming I'm like local, it's available, that sort of thing.
Mixed 4-pack?
No, like of this.
Oh,
And
okay.
just having like that pack in the fridge to then, like when I want to, go back and grab. So maybe more beer fridge, I guess, in that aspect than fridge.
Yeah, like a rotational beer fridge.
Yeah. It's really tasty, though.
It is, very, very, very good. All right. Our glasses are empty. Now they are. Hopefully yours are too. We'll catch you next time.
A fancy one is a 4-pack, not a 6-pack.
Yeah.
But a 4-pack at $42 is way easier.
But we're playing Moneyball here.
I maybe spent $40 on 6-packs the other day. If you've enjoyed what you just heard, make sure you subscribe to get new episodes when they drop, and don't forget to leave us a review. If you want to see what we're drinking when we're not on the pod, you can follow us on social media at ABR Review. Feel free to send us any beer suggestions that we can make Chad go buy off of Tavour.